Yeah, so the Metropolitan Housing Coalition was founded in 1989. So we've been around for 35 years now. So it's a broad coalition that works to become kind of that unified voice for housing in our community. MHC came together to be a coalition to help support coalition members in their work on housing related issues for low income families, bringing together these coalitions to be able to put pieces of the puzzle together, whether it's MRDI and preserving that, or middle housing or accessory dwelling units. But it's all about bringing all that together to help get to that concentration we need and that increase we need to be able to house people stably in her. One of the main things we do as an organization have done since 2003 has been the State of Metropolitan Housing Report. That report has formed the basis for not only MHC's advocacy and education efforts in the communities. It's kind of always say it's the beginning of the movement for us, the beginning of the education and advocacy effort, because it defines what we're doing for the next year. One thing that it's important for is that any nonprofit, any housing organization in the city uses it for the basis for their grant writing efforts, to bring in grant dollars to support their work, but also policymakers with the city. Use this report. It sits on many people's desks and they love the print version of it, not just the digital copy. And it forms the foundation for that work. So it brings in dollars, helps other organizations bring in dollars, but it also informs where housing is going to be built. So there are a lot of different kind of data sources that come together, but the State of Metropolitan Housing Report has been the keystone of that housing research in our community for over 2 decades, which is important to us. And so every issue brings to the table different coalition members. So everybody from community activists, neighborhood associations, to nonprofit organizations, all the way up to financial institutions, banks, law firms, forming a collective voice, a coalition, the Metropolitan Housing Coalition, it's in our name, has been critical to our work. One of the big ones in recent history was expanding protected classes in Louisville from discrimination. That was a big area that we, I think, worked together on to try to talk about what that might look like. So coalition building is at the center of our work. It's constant conversation, relationship building, creating and convening those conversations for action in our community, activating folks to come to Metro Council or to the Planning Commission or to a community meeting to have a conversation. The coalition doesn't always look the same. Sometimes there's disagreement, but it's trying to get to that point of agreement, which is important to us. And so every issue brings to the table different coalition members. We talk, I mean, it's in our mission, right? Fair, accessible, and affordable housing. And so that's alignment right there, and that we're all working on the same page to try to protect and create opportunity and reduce barriers for folks.